I always get this like nervous energy when we're about to go live.
Right before we
It's
start
like my palms get kind of sweaty.
Eh.
You guys make me nervous.
This is like a low angle today. Getting weird with
We're getting
it.
weird today. We get weird every day, but getting extra weird. I wish you guys could see that. I wish you guys could see us being super weird behind the scenes.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
Hello.
What's up?
How's it going, guys?
How's it going?
Hello.
Appreciate your comments yesterday, Nomadic.
Yep. We haven't gotten back to any comments yet. I'm going to say that once we have more people on here, but I have like probably 100 comments to respond back to.
It's like our favorite thing about posting videos is I kind of obsessively check the video to see if anyone commented, and love getting comments on stuff. I love your feedback. It's like our favorite part about all this.
Hello, Dutchman. How's it going? What's up, guys?
Get some water. Sorry, guys. I should have come prepared.
Your wife came prepared.
Great brewery from Colorado.
Gabby, Ben's a disc golf leave. Hi, Gabby. Cool. Good morning, all American
Thank you
Grandpa.
for your comment, Gabby. That was really nice to get that, especially from you. Glad to hear photography is your passion as well. It's a great
belated birthday.
Oh yeah, happy belated birthday. Sorry. It's a great passion to have while you're traveling. So our family will be very grateful that you're a photographer.
So true. How's the day? The day is pretty good. It's a little bit of a cloudy one today, but it's
weird
gorgeous.
One today. For the first time ever in the history of LivingZEAL, or Zaina and Chad, Zaina got up before me. She got up at 6 a.m. out of bed, went outside, and started doing yoga with the kitties at 6 a.m. And I didn't roll out of bed until like 7:30. So that was really weird. It's been kind of a weird morning. It's a little bit in the twilight zone, if we're going to be honest with you.
You know what is bizarre? Carrot juice. I feel like I've been drinking a huge, this is all probably more than 16 ounces. This is probably like 24, maybe more ounces of carrot juice. And I've been drinking it every single morning because I can't eat solid foods right now. And I think that this has superpowers in it. I'm not kidding. Like, I've been like so energetic. That's what I think. New subscriber here. Hope your day is as epic as mine. I love the chemistry between you two.
Oh, so sweet.
Thanks for being here, Pete.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Nomad Living.
That's awesome. Pete's a good name.
Where should we? How should we?
Well, I'm sure all you guys saw our solar video yesterday. Or the past 2 days, and it was kind of a two-parter with the storm, and then we didn't realize until the next day when the sun came out and I checked the solar that they were damaged. We just thought, hey, it's okay. We like peeked at them right after it happened and didn't know, and then so anyway, we have like 6% and we're plugged in, so hopefully we'll make it. Yeah,
so we someone was like, you just go to Heather, I believe it was, said to go to a library or whatever to use charge up so that we can do videos and stuff, which is what we have done. We didn't go to a library, but we went to a coffee shop, just got drip coffee. We know how to go the cheap route at coffee shops.
If you do it right, they do free refills, and you get all sorts of jacked up while you're sitting there.
Yeah,
so
a little too jacked up, actually.
Like, I know, I get the jitters and lead belly, acid belly.
Yeah. So, we've been going to coffee shops. We've had to do that a couple times in the past few days so that we could upload yesterday's video, keep our laptops charged, charge our camera battery, all the goods.
We're swearing off coffee, though. We're going tea from now on.
Yeah.
Coffee gives us...
It makes me feel kind of crazy.
Yeah.
In that case. I like caffeine, but coffee in general just makes me like so... You're getting 100 and some watts, you said, so one's got to be working right.
I think they're all working a little
partially, yeah.
I think they're all working at 25%.
We can kind of visually see like the little square panels. Some of them have more visible damage on them, so we think that those some of the isolated cells might not be working at all, and then some of them have a little bit less damage in them. So yeah, we're definitely getting some. I'm gonna try to get 2 new solar panels to replace and get our wattage back up.
We're thinking 2 will do the trick. We don't need to replace all 4. We're going to keep those on the roof since we're getting something out of them. And just add to it. So
yeah, and that's kind of
stuff happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. We're not super stoked about it, but hi, Shauna.
Good morning, Chef.
Hello, Chef. Good morning, folks. Oh, I just wanted to say, Chef PJ Fior sent us a package as a wedding gift that we just actually got like a week ago.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, he sent it a while ago, but we had it sent to my mom's house, and so we didn't get it for a while. But it had it was the most amazing package we've ever received from a LivingZEAL person.
That was so awesome. Thank you so much. We were talking the day before about getting one of those solar battery bank controllers for the cell phone, because now Instagram's doing that new video
RGTV.
thing. So we're like, well, we have an iPhone, and that it dies like
right away
within hours. So we knew we needed a battery bank in order to do that new stuff on Instagram. So that like worked out perfectly. And then the floodlights I have to put up, but I'm so excited about those and everything you got for us.
Yeah,
awesome.
Super helpful.
Thank you so much, Chef. That was really amazing. And the letter you sent is very cool. It's awesome to learn about you.
Hopefully,
I just want to call you Chef Santa.
Yeah, right. You'll see our postcard very soon. Gonna get to everyone. Hi, Michael. Got my first leaking window removed. Wear gloves. Working. Blood will happen. Yeah, gosh, I can only imagine. We definitely have been mitigating some of the leaks that incurred from that hailstorm and from excessive raining. So I think at some point we're probably gonna have to redo the ceiling because some of the leaks we can't get to with how the ceiling panels are on. But that's going to be a really big project. So we're just trying to find out ways to mitigate that for now. Hi, Josie. Hello, Private John. Good venturing. Good morning from a very warm Louisiana. Is it humid there? David Lutz. Just wanted to let you know, kind of back on Super Chat because I just became a patron. That is totally cool. Thank you so much. I hope you received. Did I send you an email yesterday? I think that I did.
We'll make sure.
I think I sent you June patron benefits. I did. Yeah, I did.
We don't expect anything. We never expected anything from these live chats. Any money that we get on these is just like
total bonus.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like we really never expect anything on these. We just like to connect with you guys every week. And to be honest with you, these live chats are kind of the highlight of our week.
I know.
We really look forward to sitting down and talking to you guys like this. And there's
just like no pressure.
Exactly. And there's a community of you. I mean, if I look at all these names that can show up on my feed, we know all of you guys. I feel like personally at this point. Definitely Lanessa. When we met you, you bought us dinner. Thank you.
Lanessa, oh my God, I love you so much. Lanessa Thomas, you guys, let me just say, you should become her best friend because we love her so much. She's just been like such an incredible support to us. And I think that the fact that we got to meet you in person when we were in California just sort of like cemented this connection. And we can't wait to see you again next time we're in California.
Visit your bus.
Or yeah, if you come down to Colorado or whatever. But you're just such a gem of a human, and we love you so much. You have such an amazing spirit, and we love you. Really.
And we love those bags you gave us. We use them every day.
We literally do use them every day. They're great for, like, riding with the bikes.
Yeah.
You have no idea how humid. Gosh, I can only imagine. Hello, everybody. Hey, Captain Case. Case, can you please tell your wife that I haven't gotten back to her yet? I just saw her message this morning, and we, like... I haven't done any social media responding, so I'm going to get back to her later today. Hey guys, you bet Google grabs as much as they can. Yeah, that's so true. That's what we told Lanessa. She was asking about helping out with the solar panels, which is like amazing of her. It's better to do it through the donate button of LivingZEAL.com because yeah, YouTube takes a little percentage of money, but I mean, that's how they make some of their money. Patreon does the same exact thing, but the PayPal donate button doesn't take any percentage, which is pretty cool.
Wandering Dragon Bus, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you here. That's cool.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I'm certainly going to go Patreon over Super Chat in the future. Yeah. Patreon only takes like 7%, I think.
Also, we're giving people more benefits with Patreon. We just upped those this week, so definitely check those out. We're giving away a lot of our books, and we're going to start doing bus life stories, which we did one of, which is like our journal entries to kind of compile them together and release them in a zine every month to you guys. We've gotten awesome feedback on the one that we have. Mm-hmm. So if you're a patron, you should be seeing that in your email if you've donated more, if you're more than what, $5 a month patron?
Yeah. So we kind of, our thing is like some people were randomly donating and we were so blown away by it, but we really want to make sure that on top of the videos that we get, like we were giving something back.
You already
need that money for your bus. No, but
well, we're gonna give you a copy of Bus Life Stories.
Michael,
can you send your email address,
please?
The LivingZEAL contact.
I'm gonna comment our email, and if you can just send me an email just saying like hi, we're gonna send you a copy of Bus Life Stories. I really like it.
It's really great. It's gotten great feedback. Anyone who donates today, we're gonna give you a copy. Actually, forever. If you donate in these live streams, ever, we're just going to throw you a copy of Bus Life Stories.
It's like, yeah.
It's the latest copy. So we're going to do different ones every month with probably like 10 to 20 stories and pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, good afternoon from the UK. Hi, Steven. Oh, Captain Case, find cotton candy flavored grapes. For any of you guys, oh my gosh. For any of you guys that have not yet tried cotton candy grapes, they are in season right now, and they're only going to be in season for a couple more weeks. And I think they sell them around the US. I don't know where else they send them. sell them in the world because they grow in Mexico. But they're amazing. They're amazing.
Cotton candy grapes. Get them.
They're so good.
So good.
Good morning from Calgary, Alberta. Cool. Currently converting an enclosed cargo trailer this fall. We'll be heading south through the States into Mexico. Hopefully we can stop by en route and say hello. Please stop by.
We've been wanting to say, I mean, I think we've said it a couple times. We're going to keep reiterating. If you see us, if you ever see us out and about, or you see our bus or anything, say hi. Don't be afraid to say hi to us. You know,
or
like we want to say, we want to meet all of you guys.
If you're ever going to go through like where we are currently, always send us a message. We'll always get together, grab a bite with you, just hang out. We can also give you ideas of places to park if you come to Boulder in particular, or wherever we are. So please get in contact with us. Gosh, it's Josh. Do you want to talk about the generator-ish?
Josh, I love you, man. He's recommended a generator more than anybody, and it's true. And I've actually almost gotten Zayna sold on a generator. The problem is we park places. Like right now, we're parked in a cul-de-sac, and it would kind of suck to have a generator running, and that would give away our sort of stealth camping.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I really was thinking about getting a generator. What I think I'm going to do instead is just hook it up to the alternator, so that when we drive places, it'll charge it for really bad days. The thing is, though, is we hate running the bus just randomly for a lot of reasons.
It's expensive.
The exhaust is right back there, and the back isn't sealed great. There's a little bit of a crack in the door, so the back starts to fill with exhaust, and then everyone gets a little lightheaded back here. So we have to crack windows, and we hate just running it. So we try to avoid that. But yeah, generator is a good idea.
Okay, we're at Vancouver Island. Hope to see you guys someday. Yes, absolutely. So we want to just chat. I want to get a little more. Let's talk about some cool stuff. Let's talk about some soulful stuff. Shall we? Let's just. Shall we?
Shall we?
I don't know. We're kind of talking about stuff this morning. Is there anything we should talk about that we were talking about this morning?
What were we talking about this morning?
We were talking about how when we first started LivingZEAL, we kind of had to start at the bottom of the barrel. Like after we ran out of our savings because we weren't making any money on LivingZEAL, we kind of, at least me, I was kind of panicking a little bit and was like, is this ever going to work? Is LivingZEAL ever going to take off? Like, is this just a joke? Like, I don't know. And how I was listening to this podcast that was talking about, I just want to share this with any of you. If any of you guys are going through something kind of challenging or tricky right now, that it's in those moments where you like kind of scrape the bottom of the barrel and like have those low points, that is sort of the catalyst for the most amount of growth and amazing things to happen. And I see that happening now. And I feel like I can be a reflection of talking to people about that, because we haven't made it in terms of like whatever making it means to us, but we're doing it. And we can see the transition in the past year. It's almost been a full year since we started LivingZEAL, it's been almost a year since we've been living in the bus, fully a year since we've bought it and have been working on it. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I have a little impromptu soul chat.
I see it.
Something I've learned. Let me tell you about a week in my life back in 2010.
I'm going to make this a little closer so we can get nice stuff.
So I'll set the scene. I was going to college for photography at the Art Institute of Washington. My dad had run out on my family and moved to Cancun, Mexico about 5 years before this, but I'd forgiven him and moved down there and lived with them for a year and come back. And I was going to school. And so in 1 week, my financing was pulled for my education. So I was almost done and I couldn't finish college. I had like 3 semesters left and I couldn't go anymore. So that really bummed me out. And then 2 days later, my dad died. And that really bummed me out. And then a day later, I got pulled over for driving on a suspended license. This is in Virginia, and they found marijuana in my car. So I got taken to jail and charged with a $2,000 drug fine. So I was sitting in jail, and my dad died a couple of days before this. I got kicked out of school. I was living in DC. I couldn't afford the rent, working full-time at this bar. And, you know, the only thing that could go through my head was probably the thing that's been going through all these crazy celebrities who are offing themselves heads is like, there's no hope. But once you get down to one of those places and climb out and look back on it, you feel like you're invincible and you can make it through anything. And I think that's the reason why I was able to pull you up whenever you were feeling down and say, hey, we're going to make it through this, because that was nothing in comparison to the hardship I'd endured before. Same with you. I mean, you've gone through some really tough stuff that strengthens you. You
know, I don't mean for this to be like a damper because, you know, we want this to be a happy conversation, whatever.
No, it's a good thing. I mean,
but I think that
you have to lift yourself out rather than look at it despairingly.
I just a week or two ago, and we were watching something on the Daily Show yesterday talking about Linkin Park, and so then we kind of like looked up more about what's his name again?
Sonny? No, shoot, I forgot the lead singer of Linkin Park. I'm sure you guys remember. He killed himself. And
yeah, we've just been kind of like thinking about this idea a lot.
Robin Williams hit me a lot.
Yeah, we've been like Chad and I don't really know why we're talking about this, but maybe it's because Chester Bennington, yes, because maybe it's some of you guys have experienced this, or you have someone in your life that's dealing with this. Both of us have like dealt with depression in our life, and it's so interesting now because I feel like we're at such a high. Like I have never felt more exhilarated and on fire each morning when I wake up, like never. And I think it's so interesting to us to see these people who like have seemingly made it in the world, have like conquered their dreams, and yet are still plagued with so much darkness and sadness. And it really trips me up. Like I can't.
Gil, I got to tell you something, man. I'm sorry. That just caught my attention. That's one of our quotes for one of our West Wandering.
That's your dad's favorite
That's my dad's
quote.
favorite movie and his favorite quote ever. My dad, the one who died, that I was just talking about, his favorite movie is Buckaroo Banzai, and I've even been told that my doppelganger is Peter Weller, the main guy in that movie. So that's really, I don't know, that just touched my heart that you said that, man. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think we're just, I mean, you guys are all commenting about it, so I think this is the right decision to kind of go this route. Depression is not about choice, it's about a bit like quicksand. Yeah, we read this article yesterday of someone talking about depression and how I have family members close to me that struggle with mental illness, and that's led to a lot of their, ailments in life. And just how it's not you being you, it's like your mind and the disease kind of tricking you into making decisions that you might not ever make, or you would never make in a clear mind. You have depression and PTSD. Yeah. It is really tough.
Yeah. I've never been clinically depressed, but I know I've been in a place where I can look back on and be like,
thank you so much.
So much.
Hilarious. Thank you so much.
I've looked back on now and said like, wow, I must have been in a completely different, headspace. And to be clinically depressed must be a really, really tough thing.
Go Adventuring said, I struggle daily with PTSD. It's no joke. It's interesting. I wonder if these struggles that I think a lot of us have dealt with, and granted they have different variants because we all live different lives, but we're all sharing the same human experience together. I wonder if those struggles have led us all to this path of like bus life, RV life, van life, whatever it is for you. It's all the same. You know what I mean? I wonder if that has been the catalyst into like gaining our time back, because depression in like the normal societal world just keeps pushing us down, kind of.
Well, there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said for like just realizing, I don't know, because when you get down that low, you have to look at the adverse, and there's nothing like a terrible experience. There's nothing like some really crappy stuff happening to you to realize that you shouldn't take life for granted. Like someone dying, or even just coming out of depression somehow and looking for a way out. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. And I think living for yourself is the way to go, Something more depressing than the 9-to-5er and just
then struggling with depression as a clinical illness, and then fueling your life with the things that society tells you to do that just fuel your depression. I feel like moving into a bus for us, like I've had low points since we moved into the bus, but I have never felt depression since in the past year. Like I said, I felt the most exhilarated, and not every single day. Of course we have rough days, but I've just felt so exhilarated. And more than anything, like moving into a bus and gaining all my freedom back has made me just change my entire perspective on life and like what I'm here to do. And you know what I mean? It makes me so grateful to be alive in a way that I've never experienced ever before. I
think we can relate to a lot of these comments right now. So let's get.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's Charlie Fox said PTSD and depression here too. Yeah, absolutely. It's all the same. So darn true. They all come out of the same realization.
So Gil, thank God for cannabis. Sativa. It's the best for depression.
For many physical things.
Ever buy sativa because it doesn't put you down.
Yeah, and actually Chad has his best friends have a daughter. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember what her exact condition is. Infant
spasms. It's a form of epilepsy. And the doctor said she would never walk or talk. And the reason for that, I think, is because they always had this medication for children with infant spasms, and the medication had side effects, and it had other medication to take on top of the medication. They decided against that, and instead they put her on mild CBD a cannabis treatment, and I think it's called.
It's like a cannabinoid thing. Oh, Charlotte's Web.
And she was skipping. She was galloping like a horse yesterday. She was swimming. She's climbing
throwing
rock
a
wall,
ball,
throwing balls, almost putting sentences together. It's like the most beautiful thing.
Totally understands everything. Like, she's only 3 years old. Totally understands everything. Like, you would never know just by looking at her that there's anything different from her than there is with any other child her age. And that's, I think that Eric and Janie really, I mean, they're awesome parents. Obviously, how they have been doing for her is huge. But I think that the cannabis that she's been taking has been super helpful.
I think the particular one that she's been
I know, I just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I know, we're like talking and reading.
We're obviously big advocates of using it for medicinally, using it for things, not just to get dopey and watch a movie.
Yeah, and I think Canada just, I thought they just legalized marijuana everywhere.
They did, nationally, yeah.
Someone just said they couldn't get it somewhere in Canada, I thought.
I'm pretty sure they just nationally legalized it there.
Well, yeah, they probably know. Josh said, I've struggled with depression my whole adult life. Won't take any pills, but smoke my way through it. The pills made it 10 times worse. Yeah, I'm sure.
Exactly. Well, I mean, that's the biggest problem. I guess we'll get into a different topic real quick. That's the biggest problem in America is prescription medication. Because doctors will prescribe Oxycontins. They'll prescribe codeines to people, which is
I took it when I was like 16.
Which is essentially heroin, and then they get addicted, and they can't get these opiates. They can't get these pills anymore, so they go on the street and buy heroin because it's cheaper, and they're addicted. And now you have heroin addicts because of doctors, essentially. Yeah, and that's a big problem in America right now. It's just so sad.
It's interesting because when I got my tonsils out, I wasn't even offered any pain medication. And I was kind of pissed about it because I was like, oh, this is going to be so painful. I don't have any pain medication. How am I going to get through this? But now, I mean, I'm fine. I was fine without it.
2 days ago, which is kind of crazy.
It's crazy to think about because you think about people, we were just talking about this, like, we'll walk by different people, like homeless people or people who you can tell are dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing with, and just you see so much of yourself in them. You know what I mean? Like, I used to think I was so different than them, but I now look at people dealing with stuff like that and just think like I was just one bad decision away from maybe being in their shoes. Thank you so much.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
That's our other LivingZEAL mother. We have 2 ladies in our lives that just blow our mind and have really been there for us in so many ways emotionally and
baby.
D. Come on, for real? I don't even know what to say. That's ridiculous. It's like gonna make me cry.
Chad's tearing up over here. Thank you so much. Really.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. That's literally gonna help us buy these solar panels and keep doing this. Thank you. Thank you. Cute.
It's amazing.
Oh my God, D!
Stop.
What's happening? What's happening?
Well, that's our panels paid for. Thank you so much. Really, I don't really know what to say. We did not expect you to do that, D. That's really amazing.
Thank you so much.
You have no idea how much that really means to us.
I know she didn't do that for us to blast her social media or anything because that's not the type of person she is, but we're going to do it anyway. If you haven't gone and subscribed to Trucking Divas Rock, please do that because this woman is fantastic. More so on Facebook.
She's also doing her own bus conversion right now, and we'll be hopping in that in just a few months, I'm pretty sure. So follow her adventures too, because
we know that she has dealt with extreme pain in her life. Only some of which we actually know about, but she
turned it around into inspiration for other people, which is exactly what we're trying to do. I think that's why we feel so close to D. Silva in particular, and it's appropriate to talk about her right now because we're talking about this. Like, she's gone through some amazing stuff and has inspired so many people to follow their dreams and flipped it around. She's inspired us. We've really inspired each other, and we got to meet her in California, her and her awesome husband, in a Target or Kmart parking lot, and that was just such a cool experience. And I don't know, like you really are like one of our LivingZEAL moms. You and Vanessa both, and we got to meet both of you on our trip, which was just so fantastic.
Thank you so much. I feel like I don't even know where to go now.
That's ridiculous.
Everyone in here is like, Dee's awesome. Trucking Divas Rock is amazing. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much we appreciate you, honestly.
Really, that's insane.
Like, I see you posting pictures of your, like, nieces and nephews. I'm not exactly sure who they are. I think it's your niece that just had a baby. You'll be holding our baby someday.
For sure.
Like the godmother of our child. Did we just decide that? Thank you so much. Yeah, and thank you for everyone. People just said they subscribed. Seriously, go check our channel out and subscribe, please.
That's so amazing. I'm sorry. I'm very.
Chads.
That got me. D, that got me. That was amazing.
Thank you so much. Oh, baby boy.
It's really very generous. Thank you.
All
of our solar. Like, that's exactly, we're getting 2 panels and the wires and the solar charge controller, and that's exactly how much it is. So
thank you so much. Chef just said I just subscribed to her channel. I will spread the word.
She's so amazing at spreading LivingZEAL on Facebook too, which we always appreciate, and it just makes our day that much better.
Thank you so much.
All right, I collect myself. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone, please comment after you subscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to move off the topic of what we were talking about because I think there was a lot of good conversation just regarding mental illness and struggling in general. And obviously, you guys know a lot of you come to our weekly live streams every week, and this is not something we usually talk about. But I don't know. I think I've just been, we've been thinking about it so much just because of all the deaths that have been seemingly happening on like in more of the public sphere. And yeah, it's just been making us feel very reflective and grateful for our own lives. Subscribe. Yeah, keep commenting once you've subscribed.
We're going to celebrate. Don't worry.
We're going to have a cry fest after this.
We're going to jump around and order our solar.
Seriously. Thank you so much.
We'll do a video about that too on YouTube. Tipsy,
anyway,
hey.
Hi Tipsy.
We just got our solar paid for, so we are so good.
So great. Yes. You just type in Trucking Divas Rock on YouTube and you'll find it. It's the same, it should be the same as what her profile picture is. But if not, we can link it up in the bottom of this video. Okay, thank you so much.
There's a lot to be said for the contrast. If you're feeling, yeah, no, I'm moving the stool. Every time I feel like my life's in a dark place, or like I just went through something that was really tough and I'm sort of going through the trauma of it, I look up this one hilariously South Park episode, and I implore you to just look up the clip. Even if you're not feeling down, because you can tuck it away. Look up South Park Beautiful Sadness. And it's this clip about, and Butter's talking about how you'll never, he's glad to feel the pain. He's glad to feel this sad and this low, because that means that there had to have been the contrast. There had to have been something that made him feel that way.
Something so beautiful that
made him so beautiful that made him feel so low. I mean, there has to be the contrast. Like, there's always the reaction, and I just think that's a beautiful concept to look at. The rainy day, you can't appreciate the beautiful times in your life. We wouldn't appreciate, we might take bus life for granted. We might not try to come off as soulful to you guys and
if we didn't struggle to get here.
We didn't struggle to get here, exactly.
I think, yeah, the general point is like, I just have a feeling that clearly there's just like this energetic feel in the world right now where I think there's a lot of positive energy because I'm experiencing that and I hear other people talking about it. But I also feel like there's a lot of darkness in the world as well. And I don't even know where I was going with that because I'm starting to read these comments. I literally have no idea where I was going with that.
I was reading comments.
Yeah, I think I think I just feel really grateful.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what I was saying.
You guys make us happy.
Trucking Divas Rock said if you want to go to D Silva on Facebook.
She's full on friends, which is awesome.
Okay, we can link that up down below as well. I'm thinking, actually, I'll put it in yesterday's video that we released too, in the top of the description box, and then I'll put it in this one. I think I can add descriptions to live streams, so we'll do that as well.
Let's see, Tipsy, have I missed anything? I ain't been able to watch any of your videos the past few weeks. Well,
just briefly.
We tried to go tubing and crushed our faces down the river, and Zaina's knees are kind of banged up. And had to recover from that, and she had a heat stroke, and then she got her wisdom teeth pulled 2 days ago, and we had to survive this gnarly flash flood hailstorm, and it ruined our solar panels, which we did a video about last night. But Trucking Divas Rock just donated $300 to us.
Old money.
And now we can, our solar's fine. And that's what you've missed to catch you up to date.
Yeah.
How are your teeth feeling?
My teeth are feeling great. If you guys follow us on Instagram or Snapchat, I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I was really scared to get my wisdom teeth out because I'd heard a lot of stories about how painful it'd be from people close to me. And I feel great. Like the first day was kind of weird, but I feel like fantastic today. And I can't eat solid foods. I can feel that it's sore back there, but I feel great. And I think it's because of carrot juice and this beautiful place that we're parked at. Literally, like this place that we're parked at is so positive. I just feel like it healed me really quickly. Yeah. Good people attract good people. These good things that happen to you is not an accident, it's karma.
On the adverse of that, my mom always used to instill into me that bad company corrupts good character. And I think there's a lot to be said for that, you know, and that's kind of what my soul chat was about yesterday. And a little bit of it, at least being able to find yourself. You have to clear out all the kind of the BS around you. If people are telling you you can't do it, if people are telling you you should be this way and you need to go to school and you need to do this and you need to do that in order to be successful, nope, just follow your own path and do your own thing and get it all out of the way, which is just the way to go. Yeah.
I think, like, you know, I hope you guys know this, and there are 50 of you here now. Thank you so much for all 50 of you here. I think, you know, for LivingZEAL and the difference, sometimes we get into this position of comparing ourselves to like Eamon and Beck, the nomadic movement, minimal millennials, like all these other people who are in our niche, what they're doing with their YouTube channel, with their travels, with their life. And we kind of just had this realization, or at least I did the other day, of like, first of all, comparing yourself is like never what you want to do. It never leads to positive thoughts. So none of that. And also, I think that you guys know that LivingZEAL is not about like us living in a bus at all, really. I mean, it is, but it's about us like inspiring you guys.
Just by being normal. We're not trying to put on any kind of front. We're not trying to like blow up bus life to be this. I mean, it is amazing. We're not trying to just, you know, we're just trying to say, hey, you guys are just like us. We don't think we're any different than any of you. Yeah. In fact, we know a lot of you are stronger people than we are and have gone through way more trauma and are actually way more capable of handling a lifestyle like this. So we look at it as kind of our responsibility then to spread the love and say, hey, you can do this. Yeah, not inspire from like a thank you so much. Magnificent Beast, can you give a shout out to my beautiful, amazing wife watching right now? We love you guys. Awesome. What's her name? What's her name? Magnificent Beast wife. Hi. Hello. We love you. Thank you so much. If he's a magnificent beast, then she must be the magnificent beauty. Oh, hey, there you go. Okay, you nailed it. Yeah, I think, and when I say like our goal is to inspire you guys, Katrina Vedros. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Ew. I don't like. Well, it might not be. That is not. See. Yeah, that's a little gross. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think, and I hope that it's always not the perspective of like, we don't mean to inspire from like an elitist perspective. I think it's just like, yeah, it's not even like inspire. It's just spreading the love. Like we just feel like we just want to share the love, you know? Hi, Janie. Janie, we were just talking about you. If you just came in, we were just talking about you and Eric and Melody like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, well, we were talking about medical marijuana and why we stand behind it. And all the Snapchats we've been seeing of Melody like blowing our mind. Climbing rock walls and swimming and galloping like a horse. She's never supposed to walk and talk. That's unbelievable. Yeah. So inspiring. You do inspire, and now I know more about why you inspire. Yeah, I think it's just, do you guys... I don't even know. I'm reading this book right now called The 10th Insight, and it's the second book of the Celestine Prophecy of those of you that we've talked about. And this book's kind of about like this author's perspective of the afterlife and kind of how you can know what you've done in previous lives if you believe in previous lives, which I think you do. I mean, who really knows? I don't know. But I don't know. I just feel like it's our mission in this life to like spread the joy, and not because we've been through something so painful, like we've been through hard times, but it's not even that we've been through the worst of the worst. It's just not even just to spread the joy. I think it's more just to lead by testimony. Like we hate when people get all elitist, and I mean we talk about veganism all the time, and we talk about how vegans ruin veganism for everyone else because they try to shove it down people's throats and say, oh, you're so wrong for eating meat, and that will never pull people to your side. So we try to remember that when we're doing LivingZEAL. We're never gonna get people to understand us and inspire people if we're just like, you should definitely just sell everything and move into a bus and quit your job and all that. It's like, it's not about that. It's about just
living your life,
figuring out what makes you happy and figuring out how to do that.
Not having any regrets at the end, you know? I think that's the biggest thing for us we were talking about yesterday is like getting to the end of our life and being able to look back over all of our time spent here and really feeling like we lived well. We loved well. Sky, yeah, you should post. Absolutely, you should post on YouTube. You're so precious. You're the most amazing soul. Love you so much. You're the sweetest.
Wait, you know what? That brings me to another thing. Zane and I were talking.
Oh, yeah, and Josh, we just watched your video. I think it was last week where you mentioned us in it. He just started a YouTube channel not long ago.
So we were saying yesterday or the day before, I think Zane was like, man, could you imagine if we started a YouTube channel 5 years ago? And my retort was, well, it's a good thing we started it now. And it's like, you'll always say that. You'll always say that. If you don't start it now, and a year from now, you'll say, man, if I would have started a year from now, I would be at blank amount of subscribers. You know, we've started it 8 months ago, right? It's like 8 or 9 months ago now. And we're at like 5,000 subscribers. If you start one right now and stick with it, I mean, we have a ton of videos, but just keep putting them out. Just keep putting it out there and you'll get somewhere.
And you'll realize that I think a lot of the reason people don't start things is that because they are worried that they're not going to like reach X amount of success. You know what I mean? They might not blow, channel might not blow up. They might not reach 100,000 subscribers in the first 5 years. Who knows? But the thing is it's not about that. It's not about the success that you reach in numbers or in views or whatever. It's like the joy that you'll get in connecting with a community like this. Honestly, if the 48 of you that are here right now were the only 48 that ever watched our videos, we would still be making them and we would still get the same amount of pleasure and joy as we do when we get 1,000 people viewing them or 120,000 people viewing them. Because for us, it's about this human connection. It's not about the views, and it's, you know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing to focus on when you're starting a new thing is like, think about the deeper meaning in it as opposed to the quote unquote success. Because if you don't reach the quote unquote success right away, you might get discouraged if that's all you're focusing on. But if you focus on the soul in it and fulfilling your own heart, then success doesn't matter. You've already done it. You're already successful.
Michael, failure is scary. Doubt eats away at dreams. It's very true. Failure, though, is the seed to. I just lost exactly what I was going to say.
It's okay. It'll come back. Yeah.
To wisdom. There it is. Failure is the seed to wisdom. If you don't fail and learn from it, well, I guess there's two ways you can take. You fail and you get upset about it and you think, woe is me, and you start self-loathing. That's not the road you want to take. Or you fail and you learn a lesson and then you become wiser. And that's what life is about, right?
Yes, exactly. You can't learn if you don't fail.
Precisely.
And you know what? This interesting thing that I've been thinking about a lot is like failure and success don't really exist. Like they're not really, they're the same thing, you know, failing and succeeding. They are the same. It's the messages and the moments that you grow as an individual that you take from both of those with everything, you know?
Precisely, yeah.
You don't make it when you succeed. It's always an evolution of like growing your spirit, growing what it is that you're that you're here for.
Success is also sort of a state of mind. I mean, we feel like we're extremely successful right now.
We may not be successful in comparison, but yeah, exactly. The point is not to compare. The point is to stand in your own power. And, you know, I think this is something that's going to sound maybe hokey to some people, but I talk to Chad about it all the time. Like just the fact that you guys are here, like just the fact that we're born here. You think about like how many eggs a woman has, sperm, all of it. Like the fact that you were made. And we're not very religious, so I'm not coming at it necessarily from that perspective, but I do think that it's like a divine intervention that you're here right now.
It's pretty amazing when you really, I used to think about that a lot when I was younger.
It's amazing. I didn't think about it. I literally never thought about that. Like that's like a revelation to me.
It's unbelievable.
It is. It's just crazy to think that like so many different variations of a human could have come from your two parents, but you came, like you're here. And we were talking about, and I'll wrap this up because whatever, but we were talking about this yesterday with Earth, like the fact that planet Earth is just like this perfect concoction to support this human life. You know, there's no other planet that we know of that could support life like it does. Earth, like being this
so rare that all the things came together to just work perfectly. That, and some, you know, and that's the beautiful thing is people detach science from God all the time, and it's like it doesn't have to be the how, it could be the why. And I don't know, I just think we all need to just be in awe, stand in awe of that we're all here and that we're all on this planet, and just stand back no matter what you believe in and just say, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not take this for granted.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Sorry, I was making Gil think about his conception. Zaina, what do you think you were in a past life? I think I was a pole dancer. See you later, Ashley. Have fun at work. Thanks for being here with us.
She's going to work on the RV.
I think
awesome. Have friends coming over. That's nice.
I think my family's from the Middle East. And so I think that I was like a gypsy. Actually, the name Zaina is what they would call gypsies in Lebanon and other countries in the Middle East. Like they just call gypsies Zaina, or like with female ones at least. So I don't know what I was. Maybe I was like I don't know, but it must have been something good because I feel like I like came out all right in this lifetime.
You're big into philosophy, so maybe you were some kind of philosopher.
I think so.
Philosopher.
Yeah, Chad was asking me yesterday, like, what did you dream of being as a kid? And I never dreamed of being like a vet or a doctor or whatever, like or an astronaut, like those things that a lot of times kids strive to be. I always really liked politics and law. And so basically I always liked philosophy. And so I feel like what we're doing with LivingZEAL is the most creative expression of these interests I've had since I was like really little. Thank you guys. Thanks so much.
Just have a great name.
Thanks, guys.
I'm a fan too.
Love you so much. No, yours is perfect.
Mine's kind of a douchey frat boy name.
Babe, divine intervention. Hello.
I'm
you were
saying.
Perfectly named Chad for a perfect reason.
If you look up Chad on
don't
Urban
send
Dictionary.
people there. Don't send people their dictionary.
Sorry guys, I'm really thirsty.
Oh, you're good.
She does have a beautiful soul to match, Sky. Thank you.
JD said, when are you headed back to FOCO?
We will be in Boulder. Well,
he's just joking. You're not a difficult douchebag. This is a smiley face. Keep going. When are we going back to FOCO?
I don't know actually.
Probably not for a while. We're loving Boulder right now.
I'm thinking about that place that we got married, the Riverside. They do event service, and I worked there as an event server when we were just starting LivingZEAL, just to pick up a couple extra bucks. And you can kind of make your own schedule. So I'm thinking about picking up a few events there and working some events so that we have some extra money for Hawaii.
Yeah.
So we can kind of guarantee we're able to go before the winter comes.
Yeah, you pick up a shift maybe like a couple times a month. And we haven't worked for anyone else really, except for like little side things, very few side things in the past year. But we're just thinking about doing that.
I know. I'm sorry, time and space. I'm the typical douchebag frat boy.
Oh, sorry you've been stuck, Tipsy. That sucks.
What happened?
We hope that you're okay. It's been stranded on a hill for the past 2 weeks until yesterday. Well, we're glad that you're out now and you're here with us. Sky said, my fiance Casey wants me to vlog him doing projects because he's pretty handy. Yeah, do it. You can put whatever you want on YouTube.
Well, if you have handy stuff, I mean, what we realized in our experience on YouTube is the two things that you can really become successful in your own niche if you can figure out how to do it. And that's how-to stuff, teaching people stuff. So like learning is priceless on YouTube. People always go to YouTube to learn stuff, but also inspiration. That's kind of the path we took, was teaching people things. And then we turned to just vlogging about our lives in hopes to inspire people to follow their dreams too.
Just to share. Like, I feel like just community. It's so interesting. I just feel like I've met some of the most incredible people in the last year on YouTube, which is so weird to say, but that's just the way things are going. Like, you can have genuine connection on the internet. And I think that's really cool. So if nothing else, create a YouTube channel to interact with like-minded people, and we'll definitely be there.
Yeah. Don't create it to expecting to like make a ton of money on it. Just create it.
Don't do anything expecting.
I think when people do that, and when people lose that genuine connection, it starts to. I don't think they're going to be overwhelmingly successful because of that. You kind of have to come at it from a genuine place. Like, we're just doing this for you guys, and whatever happens, happens.
I don't even say we're doing this for them. I'd say
we're doing it for us. To be honest with you, when we started LivingZEAL, we're like, let's just make videos that we'll want to show our kids in 20 years from now.
But now it keeps us going because of you guys.
Now, absolutely. And someone actually asked us in one of our comments yesterday on Instagram, what do we do when we get bored, or if we get bored? And honestly, LivingZEAL keeps us from getting bored.
Definitely.
If we didn't have LivingZEAL and like a website and all this other stuff to maintain comments can keep Zaina busy for hours.
Seriously.
If we didn't have all that, we probably would get a little bored, but it's so exciting having LivingZEAL to keep us busy on the bus. So I recommend just have fun with it. Start something.
Case that YouTube is great, but I do prefer good old-fashioned books too. So do we. And I don't think, the two things are even really comparable. I think that they're totally different things. I think YouTube's more of like an outward expression connection, and reading's more of like an inward.
However, I mean, with that in mind, we love writing books, and
we love reading books.
We love reading books, and we're going to put together a big novel about this whole experience of ours, and release it sometime in the future. Yeah.
Once we are at the end of where we see ourselves, our huge goal in mind, once we get there, then we want to write a book sharing how we did it and everything like that. And if you guys haven't ever looked up Rich Roll podcast, do that, because he's been a super big, him and his wife, Julie Pyatt, have been really big inspirations to me. Hi, Melody.
Hey, Melody.
The Wandering Dragon Bus, connections on the net would not have otherwise been possible. It's amazing. It is amazing. Actually, Eamon and Beck were talking about this in a vlog the other day, that they've been watching a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V on YouTube, which is a good person to watch if you're really entrepreneurial driven. I've only listened to a couple of his podcasts, but he does have a lot of good information. And they were saying that he said that now's the best time to be an entrepreneur because of the internet, because you can be an entrepreneur, grow a business, through your passions, while also not having to physically be somewhere and trade over your time for your financial dreams. You know what I mean?
Passive income's amazing.
And I mean, passive income is amazing, and LivingZEAL in a way is passive income in a lot of ways, but it's also a lot of work.
I mean, if we stopped making videos, we wouldn't be able to support ourselves.
Yeah, so it is passive, but it's also we enjoy trading our time for it. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was going to say something.
Sky, pushing it. What did it say? Oh no, what just happened? I did a 10-minute coughing fit and missed a bit bummer. Oh, no worries. You're here now. It's all good. Thanks for being here now. What is your definition of LivingZEAL, the quick version?
Oh, it's funny because LivingZEAL, well, it has the name has actually two different meanings, and it's whatever it means to you. And it could be, LivingZEAL is about living with a zealous attitude towards the future, living with zeal or excitement or fervor. If you look up zeal, it basically just means living with excitement for something. And that's the one definition, is we're obviously living with excitement. But also, LivingZEAL could mean that excitement, zeal, that's alive, making that excitement alive, bringing your zeal to life. And I kind of like the second one more. And we came up with that one just about 3 weeks ago. It's
kind of for example, real quick example, Chad loves to play guitar, for example.
That's my zeal.
I love to write. That's a zeal. It's a difference of not just having something as a side hobby that's oh, this is a hobby that I love, but I'm only going to put 15% of my time to it because I have to put the rest of it towards real life stuff, whatever. It's about changing that shift, right? Making the 15% the stuff that you don't really want to do, but you have to do because you live in this world that we live in, and making the rest 85% of it your zeal, making your zeal come to life, making it breathe through you every single day, not just on the weekends, not just on Saturday and Sunday.
Living your zeal
every day. And that's not to say that you can just get rid of all of your responsibilities, like paying bills or whatever, that you don't want to do. We're not saying to be irresponsible, but we are saying that maybe question the societal structure that we live in. Maybe question how it's been set up, and how in a lot of regards it's been set up to trap people, and start doing your own thing. Don't look to other people for answers for your own happiness. You already have the answers. And also don't get down on yourself for not starting something or later or previously, there's always perfect timing for everything. So just be happy that you're here now, you're hearing this message, and maybe this is going to be a catalyst for some of you to go do whatever you want to do. Okay, sorry, lots of questions.
Exactly. It's kind of one of those names that's supposed to be a little personal. It's whatever your zeal is to you, just bring it to life.
Yes. Okay, so we're just going to go through these questions quickly because we've gotten a lot. Also, if you have any more questions, we're probably going to be on here for a bit, 15 more minutes, 20 minutes, however long the questions come. Feel free to put them down, but we like this conversation. Okay, this is for you. Talk about net neutrality. I have a feeling Chad has something to say about it. What's up, Bill?
Well, we haven't really noticed. I don't think we've gotten big enough to notice if it's affected us.
What do you think about it as like
I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think that big companies should not be able to regulate anything on the internet. I think the internet should always be a free space for you to speak your voice. I think the internet, and the problem is the internet's a worldwide machine, and it doesn't follow by the American Constitution of free speech and all that kind of stuff. And even when it does, I was giving somebody this analogy who was talking to me about YouTube the other day, talking about how YouTube's putting more restrictions on it. I'm like, well, that's fine because we're in their house. Like right now, we're in YouTube's house talking to you guys. So if they don't want us to be saying things, that's fine. I understand that. If we're talking about bigotry and like some stupid hate speak that I've seen on YouTube, I understand why they'd pull that off and not want to have that in their house, basically. Like Facebook, for example, has kind of gotten themselves in trouble because they've allowed anybody to post on there. And I don't think the internet should be regulated. But I do think that if you're posting on a platform like YouTube, then YouTube should be able to say, yeah, I don't want that. But that's not net neutrality, obviously. Net neutrality is the bigger companies, the AT&Ts, the Comcasts, the Verizons having actual say over what websites they give speed to. Right now, we just stream off of a 4G hotspot from T-Mobile. T-Mobile's notoriously kind of always sucked, so I think that's why our internet's just mediocre. But I did have Comcast. I didn't have Comcast during the net neutrality switch, though, so I think it's stupid.
There's your answer. Hank Dick said, have you ever tried strawberry chicken? No, but we have tried a strawberry, spinach, cranberry, nut, avocado. I could add some quinoa salad.
Strawberry chicken, that sounds very interesting.
I don't know what that is.
You know what? Fueled by Green. Sorry about your solar issues.
Oh, Lanessa. Okay, I'm gonna check.
Thank you so much, but thank you.
Do you want to keep reading through these?
Sure.
Check this. Thank you so much.
Love to see a collection.
Lanessa, look, baby. Thank you so much. Lanessa just donated for the solar panels.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you so much.
She calls us her bus life kids.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah, bus life babies.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Right,
you and D, honestly, like blows my mind.
I don't know. I'm lost track of where everything is. Someone was talking about pictures. I saw that. I'd love to see a collection of your photographers' name, but they're old original prints. Really, I need to get a better collection portfolio put together. So I used to have a website, but I've taken it down. Photographs, but they're not all like really good professional stuff. Stalk me a little bit. I have some stuff up there. I shot Eric and Janie's Janie Hemmy's wedding. I believe that's on there. Those are some of my favorite pictures. I really enjoyed that.
The Art of the Zeal. Do you guys not have Straight Talk, or does it not work well there? We use T-Mobile, which isn't the best, but we're on a family plan with my mom and her husband, and that enables us. They totally helped us out with that because when we first started LivingZEAL, we were using like so now we spend way less than that because they got us on this family plan with them. So grateful.
Grateful.
You guys may be rocking lithium batteries after the stream.
What's that?
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know like if hail-proof panels exist because they're made to be outside. I've heard that flexible panels are a little bit worse.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna try and do is get something like our blanket or something we can toss up there.
We're gonna make something. So Southern Rebel isn't on here right now, but he suggested kind of making something that can like latch into place. So when the weather gets bad, it's fine. We'll just go up there, get a little bit wet, but at least it'll prevent this from happening again. Just to put like a sheath or something hard enough to protect the panels. And that's probably what we're going to do to mitigate. Yes, be safe, Tipsy. Maybe a higher bandwidth. Mobile internet is on the want list. As I understand, internet usage is heck of expensive in the US.
It's so expensive.
So expensive.
Plus, companies can
say you get unlimited and then be like, oh, you just ran out of unlimited.
But the worst thing that happens out here is they're not supposed to, but they run monopolies on areas. Comcast will take over just one area, or they won't let Comcast in, and just a public or a private company will be in there, and they only have like 5 megabytes a second. This is what happened to Eric and Janie, my best friends who just moved. So yeah, it's stupid expensive out here. If you want good internet, it's like $120. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. We probably would need like 100 gigabytes to not have to worry about anything. We get 50 gigabytes of unlimited from T-Mobile, and then after we run out of the 50, which is usually like 2.5 to 3 weeks into the 4 month or the 4 weeks, we went out and then we get limited speed. So yesterday it took about 4 hours to upload that video. Which it wouldn't have if like it was at the beginning of our cycle, but because we ran out of our like 50 gigs, we had to. Oh, it's because I moved the phone, babe. That's why the video went out. Do you mind putting that back up there? Okay, I think we're gonna get going in just a second here because my mom and her husband Steve are going to be coming
to visit
up to Boulder to visit, and we want to be able to show them the bus a little bit more. They came to kind of see it, but it was not clean, so they didn't really get to see it. That's kind of the end of the comments.
Yeah, well, that works out perfectly then, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Got nice and soulful. We're going to try and get more soulful with you guys.
Really quick, Sky, because she said the video went out. Yeah, we use T-Mobile, and we have the unlimited 4G international is what it's called. Anything else, guys? We can make it an even 60 minutes. Save for 4 more minutes. Okay, everyone's leaving. All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah,
thank you, Michael.
So much. We honestly didn't even expect that. We started this one and we were just like, let's just do a regular live stream and not even try and
I don't really know what a super chat is.
So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We love you. You guys are fantastic.
Yeah, we'll see you guys all on social media, hopefully.
Yeah, and I'll be getting back to comments today. So you guys, if you commented on our videos, which a lot of you did because I saw your messages, we'll be getting back to you today. Love you so much. Bye, guys. See you soon.
Have a great Sunday.
Bye.